It's a beaut clock. It's a beaut. This is not Lego. This is a brand called Building Boat, and it clearly represents the house from Christmas Vacation. Consists of 1,156 pieces, comes with a lighting kit, absolutely no figures, and the main question, is it any good? Now, if you're like me, you look forward to the Christmas Village all year long, and so you look for excuses to buy anything Christmas Village related. And the fact that this house went on Amazon's market like a month ago and caught my attention is just a perfect storm for me to make poor decisions. This is the iconic house from Christmas Vacation, the Griswold house. Exterior-wise, it looks very nice. There's lots of snow. There's lots of snow on the ground, on the roof. Would I give this to a 1-year-old? No, but I also wouldn't give any building set to a 1-year-old. They're one. Let's start with the exterior. What is missing from the movie? So if I compare this house to the one that's in the movie, the main thing that's missing is, unfortunately, the garage that's off to the right. Not a deal breaker because the garage isn't hugely important. It doesn't really get featured in a whole lot of shots other than when they're setting up the decorations outside. And I don't know if they cut that for the sake of copyright. They wanted to make it a bit more different from the house in the movie. But regardless, I think it looks just fine without it. Very clearly outside looking in, this is supposed to be a Christmas-inspired house. This is supposed to be a building that takes place somewhere in a neighborhood because it's got Christmas lights all over it. Speaking of lights, this one comes with a light kit. That's right, this is my very first light kit I've ever put together with any sort of building block set. In my opinion, the light kit it comes with is pretty simple to put together as long as you are careful about where you're putting the wires. It comes together really nicely. But I also didn't follow the instructions to a T. Had I followed the instructions completely, it would have had me wrap Christmas lights around the 2 small Christmas trees outside, as well as the little lamppost that's off here to the side. But I felt like the lights looked good enough just on the roof and the inside, and it looked a bit messy when I put the lights on towards the front. So I just took those off and didn't even use them. And I think it probably looks better that way. It looks a lot cleaner. I think it would fit better in with the rest of the Christmas Village sets that Lego has put out if you don't include all of the wiring that goes on the outside. So for now, this is what I'm gonna keep it at. I don't really plan on using the other lights anywhere else on this set. The rest of the outside looks pretty good. There's just a couple small details that are different from this set to the movie house, but it doesn't really matter to me. If you look above what is supposed to be the dining room, there's a vent, which very iconically in the movie has Clark Griswold looking outside.
Ellen! Hey!
There are 2 chimney areas. One chimney area leads down into a dining room. The other leads into the family room. The one on the left side is much more prominent and looks a bit nicer. I really don't want to spend too much time on the back side or the interior because, frankly, it's just kind of generic. Not a whole lot of it matches what's in the movie. And if you're buying this, you're not buying it for what's inside. I could have been perfectly happy with none of the interior details included and it just been an open, empty house. But I know not everybody feels that way. The light kit system is pretty simple, so you have to have something that powers the light kit, and you have 2 choices. Number 1, you can use 3 AAA batteries, or you can use a USB plug-in that comes with the set. I would rather just have a switch that turns on with the batteries rather than have to have something plug in. So as a package deal, $60. Does that seem fair to you? Not only was it $60, but it also included a coupon at the time for another extra bit of money off. So I think after it was all said and done, when I checked out, it was 45 smackaroons. $45 for something that looks this good, lights up, adds a lot of value to something I'm gonna do with the Christmas Village. To me, I think that's great, it's perfect. Now the building experience was a little bit iffy at parts, but not because the instructions were complicated, it's because some of the pieces have either too much or not enough clutch power. So getting all of the pieces to get together and stay together was a bit of a challenge. When it comes to the light kit that's on the roof, it kind of just goes back and forth, back and forth.
Hey,
I, however, did not follow the instructions completely there because it wants you to lift up very specific pieces for the light kit. But had I done that and followed the instructions just like that, some of the lights, the little bulbs, would have been under the pieces, which doesn't look super nice. So I did a little bit of adjusting to where I moved the lights around and I only put the wire of the lighting kit under pieces and all of the bulbs are on top of the pieces, which is something that I think you should do if you get this set. I only had 2 extra pieces in the whole set and they were both white elements, so I just threw them on the roof and acted like it's more snow. The box art is a little bit misleading on the box because it doesn't include any of the wires. It's just sparkle lights and that's it. So you just have to pretend like there is no wiring. I highly recommend this set to anybody that loves Christmas Vacation as much as my wife and I do. Is this something that you are going to pick up anytime soon between now and Christmas, or are you going to maybe wait until there's another sale? Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you sticking around to the end. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.